Here we are in the basement, and we're below grade by these 3 blocks. So it suggests that a coating goes on the bottom foundation wall in the front. I don't know where the grade is in here. I've got the crawl space on the back side of this wall, so whatever's below grade suggests be treated with paint so you can see where we are getting water pressure. And then regarding the ductwork, there is mold on the R2 insulation. That can be cleaned off. And then on the joists, we do have extensive mold growth that can be cleaned and then treated. Here I'm going to pull a tape lift from the joist in the basement. Here we have an open foundation vent crawl space, and we think the moisture issues are being dealt with up front, but because of this moisture and the vents being open, we have excessive mold growth on the exterior insulation of the ducts as well as on the subfloor. Different types of mold, white and a black. Probably best practice would be to have a proper sump pump built in this low spot. If this does change to a closed crawl space, we need to extend this out for your combustion makeup air. Should investigate this plenum box to be sure it can handle the humidity that's being dumped into it. The air ducts are not sealed, so we're pulling in air from the crawl space. Issues with the sump pump is you may have water on this side also. There's a basement beneath this grade, and it's been showing signs of water intrusion. So there's a lot of area here that has been flowing up against this wall and coming up in the crawl space. I'm concerned with the amount of rainwater coming up upon the house, both from coming down the hill and not all going out this drain path, but coming off the roof and hitting here. Even when there's gutters, there may be issues because of defoliation from the trees. You can see how much leaf cover is on the roof currently. So I hope they're putting in as wide as you can gutters. There are signs that rainwater has been building up along this foundation wall and entering into the basement. Apparently there is a radon mitigation system here. Here is a sub-slab cement radon mitigation system. Pretty simple. Pulls the radon out from underneath and then discharges it up above the roof line. Here we are in the attic, and this bathroom exhaust fan doesn't have a vent. The insulation's been covering it to some extent, so the moisture and debris has collected here. And that's most likely the reason why we have mold growth on the roof decking, because of this excessive moisture that's been pumped into the attic.
You think that's because of the fans blowing bathroom moisture?
Yep, there's been too much moisture in the attic, and it's stuck in here, kind of become a sauna, and that's why.
The typical crawl space in North Carolina has moisture, mold, insect, and radon issues. This short video clip will show you how we do mold remediation in crawl spaces and transform them to cool, dry, energy-efficient crawl spaces. Typical open vented crawl spaces in North Carolina have moisture, mold, insect, and radon issues. This is a concern because in the summer and winter air rises. This draws damp, moldy, smelly air from your crawl space into the living areas. One solution to this is a closed crawl space, which uses 100% ground coverage, subfloor or wall insulation, a drying mechanism or exhaust fan. A problem with plastic liners are the off-gassing of chemicals, micro-punctures created during installation, and the offensive urine odor caused by bacteria living underneath the liner. So which do you prefer, musty odors or chemical odors? Here at Indoor Environmental Systems, we prefer to use a foil foam insulation liner which covers the ground and the walls. This is the best for indoor air quality and energy efficiency, since there are no chemical odors, moisture, mold, insects, or radon, and it significantly reduces energy loss into the ground. The typical crawlspace remediation consists of mold removal, installing an insulation liner on the ground and walls, using a drying method such as a crawlspace supply vent, dehumidifier, or foundation vent exhaust fan. Mold removal depends on the extent of the contamination. Therefore, insulation may or may not be removed. Colonized mold is removed in preparation for a mold treatment. Clean Seal is a non-toxic, low-odor, quick-drying coating which prevents mold growth. It comes with a manufacturer's lifetime warranty that states no toxic microorganisms shall penetrate the treated surfaces, nor shall any such microorganisms or toxic gases emerge from beneath a treated surface. Crawlspace drying mechanisms. They consist of three: the crawlspace supply vent, a dehumidifier, or an exhaust ventilation fan. Crawlspace supply vents are a low-cost and no-maintenance option. Crawlspace dehumidifiers provide dependable humidity control, yet require maintenance. The foundation vent exhaust fan is great because it stops this rising of pollutants from the crawlspace into the living area. The exhaust fans or fan are placed in foundation vents and come with automatic temperature and humidity controls. Other considerations may be a crawlspace drain or sump pump, diverting rainwater, as well as landscape modifications. A crawlspace drain will release rainwater from below the liner and drain away water from plumbing breaks. A sump pump may be needed if flooding or rising water is a concern. Capturing rainwater and diverting it away from the home is helpful. A simple, low-maintenance option is to divert rainwater and termites by installing a metal and stone landscape border. It's beneficial to discharge water far away from your home and use a lawnmower safe pop-up. Indoor Environmental Systems provides code-approved R13 foundation wall insulated closed crawl spaces. Our crawl spaces are energy efficient and guaranteed to not condensate or grow mold. We have the best system for indoor air quality because of no mold, radon, volatile organic compounds, or insects, and it meets the North Carolina Building Code. Indoor Environmental Systems provides indoor air quality since 1992. We are the oldest mold remediation company in Raleigh, Cary, Durham, Chapel Hill. We have best practices, lifetime warranties, and award-winning Angie's List customer service. Because of our experience, knowledge, and integrity, we can see the big picture and recommend what's best for you. Thank you from the crew at Indoor Environmental Systems.